man in the hot seat is Aaron Gilmore.
Who's
Get
about
the
to
hot
have my
hat.
hat. There you go.
And now, last time I spoke with you, you own a couple of businesses, or the premises, I think, in Hataitai.
Yeah.
Are you still got those? Well, we're back, folks. It's Courtney Blazes here. We're here at San Diablo. It's a hot line with hot people.
Right.
I've got the hot hat. I'm Sean Rush. I'm here with Sarah Jane Seddon with a hot hat on too. With man in the hot seat is Aaron Gilmore.
Who's
Get the
about to
hot
have
hat.
my hat.
Thank you. Oh my God, amazing.
Aaron Gilmore, well known to a lot of people, former MP, National Party I think it was, also stood for council, got a bit of notoriety in and around that run. Aaron, how are you? What are you up to?
I'm good, Sean. Nice to be here. Nice to see you. Nice to be here in Wellington Live. Good group of people.
All good, yeah. So, and just a bit of confession here, folks. Aaron's a member of the Roseneck Residents Association. That's how we first met, and has been very generous and supportive. Tell us about your candidacy for the Wellington City Council, and is there something, would you like to do it again next year?
When I ran, I knew I was going to get last or first, and unfortunately I got second to last, so that was an interesting scenario. So, look, the problem is I ran then because Wellington was a mess and needed a whole lot of things changed. And you either listen to somebody's views and opinion, you go, yep, that person can do it, or go, bugger me, I've got to try and do it myself.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd do it myself. The irony is 4 or 5 of the things that I ran on that I got laughed at that time are now happening. It's just one of those things that
Serendipity.
serendipitous. Serendipitous, yes.
What 5 things?
Well, look, the people are now saying Takina was going to be a disaster and should be sold and go through it. There's an example. But Takina, sorry, I can't even pronounce it.
Convention Centre.
Convention Centre. Should never, the council should never have actually, should have maybe have built it, but then got out of it. The airport shares, yes, the money, there's no reason why the council should be owning investments in a commercial airport.
Quick question from the cameraman. Do you think we should sell the zoo, Wellington Zoo?
No, I was a volunteer at the zoo for 2 years.
So you wouldn't sell the zoo, but you would sell the airport?
Well, the answer is for the zoo, what would you sell? You could sell some land at the zoo in theory, but you're better off selling golf courses.
What did you do at the zoo, Aaron? That's interesting.
I can show you some interesting photos of me cleaning up deposits. or feeding lions or horses. I love that.
Yeah, feeding lions!
Basically, I end up having a couple of hours a week, a couple of days a week spare after selling some things. I thought I'll do some volunteer work. So
Oh, brilliant. And then got into politics, thrown to the lines.
Sure.
Talk us through, come on. There's the infamous, what was it? Don't you know who I am incident. I know that you've got a side of the story that's never been told. You know, talk us through.
Well,
Here we go.
first of all, there's a book being written, so we'll wait for that. Second of all, Sean Plunkett was on news, his show. What is the show called? Platform.
I don't know. His show's woke. He's woke.
Yeah. So Sean Plunkett did a video.
Sean woke it.
And I rang in and said, Sean, hey, I want to talk to you about this saying I'm famous for. And he apologised because he was the one who invented it. And I didn't even say it. But it's one of those things. It's good to be known for something you didn't do.
Sarah Jane, help me out. We've got something from the Facebook. Come on.
Oh, well, the Facebook was actually going to ask whereabouts is your jacket from, so...
Shanling Market, Shanghai.
Nice. And what was your favourite suburb in Wellington?
My favourite suburb?
Yeah.
I'd have to say where I live, but that's kind of biased.
Roseneath. You could say Roseneath.
Roseneath. I love the views, love being close to the water.
Island Bay.
Island Bay's got a few issues getting in and out.
I know, yeah. It's a bit of an interesting moment at the moment.
So, Aaron, I got a sense, but just to confirm, you don't really have any interest in throwing your hat in next year to try and improve the city?
Look, when I turned 50, I was like, I'm never going to get into politics again. I said the same thing when I turned 30, and I said the same thing when I turned 40. So, and I ended up going to Parliament twice and getting nowhere in council. So the answer is the council needs people around the table who can actually make some change. We don't have that currently. Is that me? I don't think that I am what Wellington needs, but hey, somebody's got to step up.
So, at the moment though, only 40% of people vote. Why would anyone really step up and say, well, I'm going to look after the 40% of people when 60% don't care enough to even vote?
Yeah, I mean, I look at this, I manage $100 million in property. Okay, I've got way more important things to do in my life.
Yeah.
I've got a wonderful set of kids to look after. I've got a beautiful wife, and I spent most of yesterday concreting my shed. So, you know,
And you've been doing some plastering
and I
today
was
too.
plastering today because I couldn't get a plasterer. So I could show off my paid plastering work, but hey, my father-in-law took me and YouTube talked me through it. So it just shows you the shortage of people we have got skill sets.
I was gonna say, when you're gonna take the family out, where's your favourite restaurant to go to?
My daughter loves the Thai, which is not called the Thai anymore, it's called Nut on Thai. Because you love the chicken satay there.
Yeah,
but
pretty good.
if we don't go out with my daughter and with my wife and I, we go somewhere a bit more intimate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oikos.
Oikos sometimes, yeah, maybe that. Or actually, you know, quite often we just go to Italian.
Yep. And now, last time I spoke with you, you own a couple of businesses, or the premises, I think, in Hataitai.
Yeah.
Are you still got those?
Yeah. So we've got a couple of buildings in Hataitai. We've got a couple of buildings down here in Courtney Place, both of which need work. But look, I mean, it's 30-40 million in capital required to fix them. And at this stage, given the council plans, district plans, parking issues, it's like, is it really worth it? And so it's a holding pattern.
I mean, you know, what I'm hearing, it's a bit of hard work. Is it easier in other parts of New Zealand?
Easier in Christchurch. Look what happened in Christchurch. I grew up in Christchurch. We had an earthquake. I left, met my wife, you know, stayed here.
You weren't connected with the earthquake, though, were you?
No, well, you asked Brian Kamiki that. He'd probably blame me. Or H staff, they probably blame me too. But I was an MP down there, of course, in Christchurch.
Don Postwell.
Don Postwell.
There is no Don Postwell.
No, anymore. But look, I mean, what Christchurch has done post-earthquake shows you what can be done.
Yeah.
And it just needs committed people, people who are creative and some capital to mix themselves together.
Graham, you're about to get, and a vision. Someone with a vision.
Someone with a vision, yeah.
Yeah.
So at the moment, they don't have that.
You can't beat Wellington on a good day or even a bad day too. You can't beat Wellington